I started this channel in order to share ideas and tips and to hopefully inspire people to preserve their memories and revive their most meaningful ones. Now, why am I so passionate about memories? I think it's really what I strive for. I really want to be in control of my memories and not lose them as technology changes, as devices break or get lost, and even natural disasters. Unfortunately, a lot of people have lost their memories when there have been fires or floods. So that's why I just want to help people to make sure they're protected. The first thing we need to do to preserve our memories is to understand the technology and understand where our photos are. So that is the first step, that we need to ensure that our phones are backed up, our computers are backed up, and we also need to understand how that works. And I will cover this in another video, but my husband and I don't know if we are an exception or if we're just really hard on our computers, but we have had multiple drives fail, and it's scary. I remember, I don't know if it was the first time or the second time, and the MacBook we had was starting to get that blue screen of death, but it would kind of be okay for 10 or 15 minutes, and then it would shut down. And then, so at that time, I was frantically trying to copy files and photos onto external hard drives to preserve them. That was the first time our MacBook broke, because we weren't doing Time Machine at that time. So that was the first time. I managed to save most of the things. I did lose some items that were meaningful to me, and and it hurts, and it's and it's also makes me a little angry. But so that was the first time, and so then we started doing a Time Machine. We realized, okay, we need to back up on a regular basis, and then that iMac ended up crashing. But luckily, Time Machine, we reconnected, and again, we managed to preserve almost everything. So it's, this is like a fire to me, right? Like, so a computer breaking is like a fire to me, that everything's on that computer. And so it's been a process, a learning process over the years, as one machine breaks, or as, it's just been a process of trying to stay up to date with technology and understanding, how it works. Because a lot of times I didn't understand, and then when it failed, that's when I learned what I didn't understand. And last year I was presenting at a mom's group, and I thought, oh, I'm not sure if I want to talk about technology, because everyone has different technology. I'm not a technical expert. I've lost things when my computer's broke, and that's how I learned. And it wasn't what I want. I didn't want to go learn all the technology, so I wasn't sure whether to bring it up or not. And then as I'm writing this presentation on my MacBook and where all my photos are, my MacBook crashed. So that's at least the third. There might have been a fourth time in there, but and I thought, wow, okay, the universe really wants me to talk about technology, because I can't ignore the fact that 2 weeks before my presentation, my MacBook breaks. And I asked the question, if your computer was to break or your phone was stolen, wherever your photos are, would you be okay with that? And luckily, I was very calm, and it was such a relief to be able to just, be bummed that I now have to go spend a lot of money on a computer. And because I needed one right away, I didn't get the ideal computer I wanted. I chose something that was in stock. But it was a calm experience, because since the previous break, not only was I doing the Time Machine, but I also synced to cloud. So I now think, and I haven't gone back to check, but I think I did lose some things in there. I was maybe too calm that I thought everything was in the cloud. I just went back on the cloud and everything looked good. But I think I did end up losing some things that are on a time machine backup that I still have and could maybe go preserve. But that's another topic for another day. So when the first thing is understanding the technology we're using, and that is also computer, phone. It also goes back to when we used to have video cameras and those little cassettes, and digitizing those and understanding the quality when we're digitizing. So I'll be covering a lot of these topics on future videos, but the first step will be to kind of understand where our memories are so we can understand how to preserve the collection as a whole.